daughter rolled her eyes when I walked into the courtroom. Then the judge froze and whispered, "Is that her?" The room went silent. They had no idea who I really was until my daughter and her husband wanted my house, said I was too old to live alone at 72, that I'd fallen and couldn't take care of myself. I tripped on a garden hose. Once, 3 weeks ago, they showed up at my door with a real estate appraiser and a lawyer. No warning, just barged in on a Saturday morning. "Mom, we need to talk about this house," my daughter said. Cold, clinical. Her husband pulled out a brochure. "We found you a retirement community, Sunny Acres. Only $300 to $1,400 a month." I raised my daughter alone after my husband died when she was 6. Worked double shifts as a nurse. Sold my car to pay for her wedding. Gave her everything. "I don't want to live in a retirement home," I said. The lawyer opened his briefcase. "Sign the house over to your daughter. You move to Sunny Acres where you'll be safe." "My house isn't for sale." My son-in-law's face hardened. "If you're not capable of making sound decisions, the court can appoint a guardian to decide for you." "You're threatening me?" "I'm stating facts." My own daughter sat there silent while her husband threatened to declare me insane. "Get out," I said. That night, I opened my safe. Inside were 40 years of property documents. My late husband and I had quietly built a portfolio of 23 apartment buildings. My daughter had no idea. We'd never been flashy, never talked about our wealth. We planned to tell her when she was ready. She wasn't ready. I pulled out one specific file. Riverside Heights, 12-unit building on the east side. My daughter and her husband lived in Unit 4C. Had for 4 years. Every rent check, $1,950 a month, went to my holding company. They were my tenants, and they were 5 months behind. $9,750 in unpaid rent. I started laughing. They wanted to steal my house while living in a building I owned. Monday, I called my lawyer. Start eviction proceedings. 2 weeks later, my lawyer called. "Your son-in-law filed for emergency guardianship. He's got a doctor who will testify you're showing cognitive decline." I've never met this doctor. "I know. The hearing is Friday." My real doctor agreed to testify. "This is absurd. You're one of the healthiest 72-year-olds I know." The eviction notice was delivered Wednesday. At 8:14 p.m., my daughter called. "Mom, we're being evicted. 5 months behind on rent. Can you loan us $10,000? You tried to force me to sign over my property 2 weeks ago. You threatened to have me declared incompetent. Now you want money? Mom, please." I hung up. Friday morning, courtroom 3B. My daughter and her husband sat with their lawyer, looking confident. When I walked in, my daughter rolled her eyes, whispered to her husband. They smirked. Then the judge walked in, looked at his papers, looked up at me. His face went white. "Is that her?" he whispered to his clerk. The courtroom froze. "Mrs. Harrison," the judge said, voice shaking. "I didn't realize you were the defendant." Their lawyer stood. "Your Honor, I don't understand." "Sit down." My daughter and her husband stared at me, confused. The lawyer presented his case. "We have expert testimony about cognitive decline. Has this expert examined her?" The judge asked, not directly. "So no." "Does opposing counsel have medical evidence?" My doctor testified, presented my complete records. "She's in excellent health. No cognitive decline. This guardianship petition is medically baseless." Then my lawyer stood. "Your Honor, the petitioners live at 847 Riverside Heights, Unit 4C. Relevance: my client owns that building. They've been her tenants for 4 years. They're 5 months behind on rent. $9,750. They're being evicted." My daughter's face drained of color. "Furthermore, 3 weeks ago, they demanded she sign over her house. When she refused, her son-in-law threatened these proceedings. This is elder abuse." The judge's expression turned cold. "Does your client wish to continue?" Their lawyer whispered frantically with my daughter and her husband. "No, Your Honor, we withdraw." "I'm denying it anyway. I'm also issuing a restraining order. No contact." My daughter started crying. "Mom, please." The judge turned to me. "May I speak with you privately?" In his office, he said, 28 years ago, I was a broke law student about to drop out. A stranger paid my tuition, $15,000. That was you, wasn't it? The Harrison Foundation scholarship." His eyes were wet. "You saved my life. You've clearly made it count," I said. Outside, my lawyer asked, "What about your daughter?" "The eviction proceeds." She made her choice. 3 months later, my daughter and her husband were evicted. Moved in with his parents. His business deal fell through. 6 months later, a letter arrived. "Mom, I'm divorcing him. I'm sorry. I love you." I read it twice. Put it in a drawer. 1 year later, I sold 5 properties. Funded the Harrison Foundation fully. We helped 67 seniors that year. My daughter sent another letter. "I volunteer at the senior center now. Trying to become someone you'd be proud of." I kept that letter. Didn't respond, but I kept it.